is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again, and today it's going to be another spoiler podcast. Not Throne of Eldraine, but Commander 2019. Spoilers are out already. So yeah, today it's going to be a spoilers podcast, and hey, no drop frames yet. Cool. So let's do this, and yeah. And as well, you guys have realized I just do spoiler podcasts as well for everything. Like I just do spoilers for the WarSpark. I also did spoilers on Modern Horizons. So yeah, when there's new sets coming out, I always do spoiler podcasts. And this one, it will be an extended podcast because we got some cool cards and we got bonus section for those of you who reach to the end of the podcast, which are going to be judge promos and brawl challenger deck spoilers. Let's get to the commanders first of all. We got those four commanders. So there is Kadena, Slinking Sorcerer, which is a one and then a black, green, blue, which is another Sultai commander. 3/3 Naga Wizard. The first face down creature spell you cast each turn costs 3 less to cast. So basically you can morph for free each turn, but only one is for free. Yeah. And whenever face down creature enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. So you just draw cards for face down creatures, and the first one will be free. So it kind of is like an Animar deck. That's probably the one I'm going to get because it's very good, and it's also a Naga, and it's similar to a snake. So yeah, I'm definitely getting the Kadena deck. There's also Garrett, which is two and red, green, white. So this is a Naya commander. 2/5 human shaman with when he enters, he creates a 4/4 rhino with trample. When he attacks, he populates and the token will be also tapped and attacking. So yeah, it's like a populate and you speed up the tokens as well. So you could potentially create more rhinos which will attack with Garrett. Yeah. And finally, populate is going on to red as well. His populate was a Selesnya mechanic. Yeah, Garrett is also a Selesnya card, but simply got red added, so it turned into Naya. Now it's a Naya mechanic. Like, also, Modern Horizons turned some clan specific mechanics and guild specific mechanics into full mechanics. Like, Convoke was a Selesnya mechanic, and now it's a WUBRG mechanic. Like, every color will have Convoke now. Also, Sultai, well, they made a red card with Delve, so now 4 colors will be able to have Delve and also, for example, Overload, which is an Izzet mechanic, gone into all the colors because of Scale Up, Winds of Abandon. Wait, was it called like that? I think so. And Mind Rake. I think it was also called like that, but not sure. Then we've got the only 2-color commander, which is Anjay Falconrock, which is a 1 black red, which is a Rakdos commander. 1/3 legendary vampire with haste, tap to reverse loot. When you discard a card with madness, untap Anjay Falconrock. So to just you could just cycle all the madness, maybe even cast some, and just finally cycle one one normal card, because I think reverse looting is called cycling. I'm not sure, like, because loot is draw and discard, but reverse loot might be a cycle, but cycle is a different it's an already named mechanic, different mechanic. So as we call something reverse loot, different reverse loot. I'm not sure. But yeah, we've got then Savine, the Chronoclasm, which is 2 blue, black, red, blue, red, white, which is a Jeskai, commander 2/2, legendary human wizard with prevent all the damage. That will be dealt to Savine, the Chronoclasm. Did I tell you what types Gerard was? It's a human shaman. Yeah, Savine is just human wizard. Prevent all damage that we dealt to Savine, the Chronoclasm. Wow. I've always wondered, I think it still doesn't absorb trample damage because protection no longer absorbs trample damage. But preventing damage might be the same as protection, so I think it no longer prevents trample damage. And whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for a copy. So potentially it would be good with flashback, flashback, jumpstart, retrace. So yeah, if only Savine was green, you could potentially run a Renin Citizen in there because of the emblem. You just give all your instant sorceries retrace. Then you could just cast them from the graveyard each time and they just copy themselves. Yeah, very good. Next up, we're going to have the commander's special spells. Well, like, there's 2 commanders that had spells and 2 that had creatures, like, that include their name. So let's go on to this. We've got there. So there's Savine's Reclamation, which is 2 and a white, regular sorcery. I actually thought they were going to be legendary sorceries, but nope. They decided not to bring back legendary sorceries. Like, why are they not bringing back legendary sorceries? Like, come on, Elder Spell should have been legendary. What other spell? The sorcery triumphs should be legendary. Like, Jace's triumph should be legendary. Nisa's triumph should be legendary. Those 2 triumphs, because I'm not sure if they wanted to just make legendary instants possible, but who knows? They might make legendary instants a thing. But well, yeah. So yeah, okay. So return type permanent with CMC target for the copy. So, and flashback for 5. So it's kind of like another increasing something to the like a Sitch increasing, because in Dark Ascension, yeah, there was a cycle of increasing spells, which literally you cast them from the graveyard and it does double the effect, because when you cast it from the graveyard, it does double what it does when you cast it not from the graveyard. The Savine's Reclamation is somehow similar to that. Now there's also Giret's Belligerence, which is a red card that can populate. Yeah, just another regular sorcery, X into red. Deals X damage divided among as you choose among any number of target creatures. Whenever a creature dealt damage this way dies its turn, populate. This would be good with Dak Faden because yes, like if you had Dak Faden's emblem out, you could just give it belligerence. Just for each 1 mana spent, you just steal someone else's creatures and or just kill them off and then you could sacrifice them to just clone your tokens, which probably the metallurgic summonings tokens. Yeah, the construct tokens. That would be a good addition to my Dak Faden Oathbreaker deck. Yeah, Garrett's Belligerence. The thing is, I just need to sacrifice the creatures I steal. I don't know why. I don't know if I have to, but still, yeah. There's also MtGA's Ravager, which is a 3 mana 3/3 vampire berserker. It's forced to attack each combat if able, and when he attacks, oh wait, alright, microphone was facing the wrong way. Yeah, and it was invisible as well. So, hopefully it sounds better. And now the microphone has appeared. So yeah, MtGA's Ravager also, when it attacks, you just revel. Which, what I mean by revel is basically you just discard your hand and draw 3 cards, named after Bedlam Reveler's effect and Ritzmadi Reveler's effect. I think it's called Revel, but I'm not sure. Just discard, draw 3. Good enough as well. And mana is for 2. But the thing is that you're forced to attack with it, and when it attacks, you're forced to discard out your hand and then draw 3. Which it might be good stuff you don't want to discard. Now there's Cadena's Silencer, which is a 2 mana 2/1 Naga wizard with when its turn faces up, counter all abilities your opponents control. So it's somehow similar to the was it called Stratus Mage? I think so. And Keru Spell Snatcher. Yeah. Because they just counter spells. Well, Cadena's Silencer just counters abilities. Activated, triggered. Yeah. Cool. Very good. It's very good. There's many triggers on the stack, just megamorph it for a 1 in the blue. So yeah, you could just cast it for 3 mana or for free, yeah. If you have Cadena out. And then you just megamorph it for 2 mana and it becomes a free 2, which will potentially stop a combo. Like, you remember there's this moment, well, some of you weren't at Bowzone during Commander League finale on July. There's a moment I won a match with Sitz Ploys because I was doing a game plan and I was just like drawing so many. So I draw 7. Everyone draws 7. So yeah, I had the Consecrated Sphinx and Locust God and Sphinx's Tutelage and Psychic Corruption. What's it called? Yeah. So I think so. So everyone. So I did game plan. We all were drawing 7. So for each, so there are 2 opponents at that moment. For each opponent, because I had consecrated out, I draw 14 for each opponent. So I draw 28 out of them, and the 7 I had in hand, that's 35 cards drawn. So I get to mill. So I get to also add Niv Mizzet out, so I could deal damage as well. So I could draw. So like I could just mill. Okay, so yeah, I could mill 70 because no wait. Mill yeah, wait, hang on. So I draw 7. So I just make everyone mill 14. But then I draw 28. Then I make everyone mill 56. And then I manage to just shoot someone out with Nymph Visits, and then just finishes tutelage the other player out, and I managed to win. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's. So, Kinetic Sciencer would have stopped this from happening. Have you ever noticed? I think. Oh. Hi, Liz. Welcome back. How are you? Thanks. Yeah. Good to see you too. So, yeah. Have you ever noticed that Commander 2019 logo is very similar to the Commander 2018 logo? Just slightly different. Cool. Okay. Oh, hello, 573 4. Yeah, that's just lots of numbers. Welcome back. How are you? Okay. So yeah, let's get to cards. So let's just get to a powerful reprint. There's a powerful reprint in Commander 2019. Let's go there. We got Seedborn Muse. That's the powerful reprint that I was telling. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was reprinted in Battle Bond a year ago, so you might have picked one up off Battle Bond. But yeah, Seedborn Muse is back as well in Commander 2019, and yeah, Seedborn Muse was a very powerful card. It's a very, very powerful card. It's like some sort of a bit better version of the what's it? Just you know this 5 mana 2/2, which lets you untap all creatures and lands you control on during each other player's untap step, and you could flash creatures. Well, it got banned in Commander. Seedborn Muse isn't, and Seedborn Muse untaps everything on each other player's untap step, and then if you have Vidalkinori out or Leyline of Anticipation, you flash everything out. Windborn Muse is another Muse, part of the same cycle, which was also reprinted in a Commander set, and it was part of a Muse cycle. There's a Seedborn Muse, Windborn Muse, Dreamborn Muse, which was also a good one, Graveborn Muse, and wait, what's the red one? Oh, Lavaborn Muse. Yeah, I think it was called. So Windborn Muse is kind of like a ghostly prison, but you're just paying 1 more mana for a 2/3 flying, which is not bad actually. Yeah. Let's get to a next set of spoilers. We got Krieg, son of Yawgmoth, which by the way, Yawgmoth was finally printed in Modern Horizons, which many people were just waiting for its print. Well, yeah, Urza was finally printed as a black bordered as well in Modern Horizons. Sadly, not a planeswalker. What? But how is Urza not a planeswalker, and Yawgmoth hasn't been corrupted yet? When Sarah and Ren sits were when Sarah and Ren were planeswalkers in the set. Like, come on, Urza's the first planeswalker, and he's a legendary creature in the set. So either they make Urza planeswalker, or there's no planeswalkers in the set. Simple, really. Yeah. Also, I think Yawgmoth had a planeswalker spark before he got corrupted. I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's also, but yeah, Sarah is a planeswalker in the set, and Ren is also a planeswalker. Like, who is Ren exactly? Like no one really knows Ren. Like, so yeah, there's also, but finally Sarah was also printed there and was not really good because before Ren sits, like before Urza was the highest price in the set, but now it's Ren and sits. Very high. Urza's just second. It was first, but now Ren and sits is the highest price. Let's get to Creek. Creek. Okay, yeah. He's a 4 and 3 Phyrexian black 2/2 legendary horror minion with lifelink. It turns each black mana into Phyrexian black. When you cast a black spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Creek, son of Yawgmoth. There's also another land there, a rare land, Sanctum of Eternity. And it has tap for colors and 2 tap bounce target commander you own to your hand, but only during your turn. So if someone steals your commander, you bring it back to your hand. You need to ETB your commander again, say for example Gired. You could just bounce it. Not really that bad. Like, you could just bounce stuff. Also, there's another card which is a commander removal, which is Leadership Vacuum, yeah. 2 in a blue instant. Target player returns each commander they control from the battlefield to the command zone. Draw a card. Wow. It's a commander removal in blue and it draws a card? At instant speed? For 3 mana? Wow. Wow and wow. That's so good. Like, literally. You just stop someone else's commander and you draw a card for 3 mana instant speed. Wow. Incredible. Yeah. By the way, also it works very great against partner commanders and partner with commanders. Well, basically partner commanders, because the partner with mechanic is kind of like the partner mechanic, because there's a partner with the legendary creatures with partner with and Rowan and Will, they could both be your commander. Yeah, that's a good thing about partner with mechanic. If they're legendary or Rowan and Will, they can be commanders. Also, by the way, Throne of Eldraine is going to come out, and hopefully we'll bring back Rowan and Will, because they are from Eldraine. So they managed to planeswalk if they decide to stay at the plane where Valor reaches, like Valor's Reach, Valor's Reach is in some plane, but I'm not sure if it's in Eldraine or not. I think it's not in Eldraine. They should have planeswalked to Valor's Reach, to the plane where Valor's Reach is. I'm not sure if it's in Fiora or not. I think it's not in Fiora, which Fiora is the same plane where Palliano is, which is the place in Conspiracy, and Bowbond replaced Conspiracy Free in 2018. So instead of making Conspiracy Free, they decided to make Bowbond, and hopefully next year they make Bowbond 2. Yeah, and the year afterwards, Modern Horizons 2. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we're seeing the partner with mechanic returning for Throne of Eldraine. So, because of Roan and Will, they might have planeswalked back to their plane. They might have even stayed in the plane if Valor's Reach is in Eldraine. Or they might have decided to stay in the plane where Valor's Reach is in. Well, okay, let's get two next cards, which, yeah, just 2 cards next. So yeah, there's 2 spoilers there. Simple. Well, yeah. The Scare Tailor is a very good one. The 4 mana 1/4. Hey, wait. What? Like, when I put this into the podcast, what I first thought what it said was, when it enters the battlefield, you choose 1. You can play a land from your hand tapped, or play a land from your graveyard tapped. But hey, it's even better. It says when it gets tapped, not when it enters battlefield. That's even better, because it could just keep on repeating itself. And guess what? The good thing is that it's Commonwealth. I'm not sure if rarities matter in Commander, so you're anyway going to get scared to learn whatever Commander deck this is in. But yeah, it's a good one. There's also Gerard, which I'm not sure if that's the first ever Gerard getting printed or the second ever Gerard that's going to get printed. Weatherlight Hero, 2 red-white, 3/3 legendary human soldier. So yeah, Scared Tiller is definitely going straight into a Reaper King deck, because it's an artifact Scarecrow. Yeah, Scarecrow. Okay, yeah. It's so hard to pronounce Scarecrow for me. It's a legendary human soldier. First strike, when he dies, Zow it and bring back all artifacts and creatures in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. So literally, the creatures that died, artifacts and creatures that died this turn on your side, if he was to die, you'd Zow him instead, and well, you'd Zow it, so it does count any death triggers, and you bring back all the cards. Wow, it's kind of like brought back, or yeah, or anything that brings back permanents that were put there from the graveyard, yeah, into the battlefield. Yeah, very good. But we've got another powerful reprint coming up. This is a very good set, so stay tuned in this podcast to see all those spoilers. Yes, there we go.
RenderForest.com.
We've got, you see, there's a Spanish card there, and that card is Thespian Stage. You might recognize the art there. And so yeah, Thespian Stage is a land that says tap to add colorless. It has 2 tap. Thespian Stage turns into a copy of a target land, except that Thespian Stage will continue having this ability. So you go like, why is it powerful? Well, now you see. Well, yes, it was last reprinted in Ultimate Masters, and I already had a Thespian Stage from Ultimate Masters. So yeah, but it makes a combo with Dark Depths. It's played a lot in Legacy. Sometimes Commander would use it, but more Commander decks would play Dark Depths with the Vampire, not with Thespian Stage. But yeah, Dark Depths is a legendary snow land with enters with 10 ice counters on it. I used to think it entered tapped, but no, it doesn't enter tapped. It has 3 mana to remove an ice counter from Dark Depths. Who cares about removing ice counters from Dark Depths when you could just Thespian Stage it? Or you could just remove them all simply with the Vampire. And when Dark Depths has no ice counters on it, sacrifice it. If you do, create Merit Lage, a legendary 2020 avatar with flying and indestructible. Yeah, by the way, the Merit Lage token got reprinted onto Modern Horizons due to on Merit Lage's Slumber, which is another card that creates Merit Lage. The second ever card that creates Merit Lage. Because the first one and the only one before was Dark Depths. Yeah. So, if you want to understand where the combo is, okay. You have Dark Depths, and you have Thespian Stage. Dark Depths has 10 counters. Thespian Stage is already there. 2 mana, tap. Copy Dark Depths. Thespian Stage becomes a Dark Depths with 0 ice counters on him. Legendary rule. Sacrifice Dark Depths with 10 counters. Trigger. Thespian Stage has 0 ice counters. No wait. Dark Depths has 0 ice counters on it. Sacrifice Dark Depths. Thespian Stage goes to your graveyard. You create a 2020 legendary Merit Lage with flying and indestructible. There you go. Now that's how the combo works. There's a similar card to Thespian Stage, which is Vestuva. It's a land with, you may have Vestuva enter the battlefield, tapped as a copy of any land into a battlefield. It's basically a clone for lands, but enters tapped. It's played in Modern. Sometimes Commander might play it, but I've seen sometimes there's players playing Vestuva copying a forest. Really? Why would you Vestuva forest? Yeah, but still, why would someone Vestuva forest? Don't ask me. Ask the player who's playing Amulet Titan, which is the player who just copies a forest for some reason. There has to be a reason. Next. We got the other 2 commanders inside the Cadena commander deck, because inside the Cadena commander deck there's 2 other Sultai commanders you could play instead of Cadena. There's Rayami, First of the Fallen, which is 1 black, green, blue, so it's Sultai as well. 5/4 legendary vampire. If a non-token creature dies, exile that card with a blood counter on it instead. It's kind of like Patron of the Vein. As long as it's stout creature card with a blood counter in it has flying, Rayami has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death, Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection from, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. I think it works also for Hexproof from, as well as Hexproof, because it says protection, not protection from. So if it says Hexproof, it also counts for Hexproof from, I think. There's also Volrath, the Shape Stealer, which is 2 black, green, blue. Yeah. But how is black in front? How is black and green in front of blue? Shouldn't it be Wooburg, like white, blue, black, red, green? So it should be blue, black, green, and not black, green, blue. Did it turn into Burger could be? I'm not sure. But I think it was Wooburg, yeah. So yeah, it's 5 mana, 7/5. Shapeshifter. Hey, above average. So okay. Those ones were, this is below average. This is below average. Below average. Below average. Those. On average. Below average. Unless you Megamorph, that's above average. Below average. Below average. Below average. Below average. Below average. Above average. Above average. There we go. First few creatures in this podcast that are above average instead of being on average or below average. Which, by the way, there's only one creature in this podcast, which is on average. Okay, let's talk about Volrath. Volrath is at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Hey, -1/-1 counters. Also back. Well, yeah, there's some cards in Modern Horizons that added -1/-1 counters. And for 1 mana until your next turn, Volrath becomes a copy of target creature with a counter on it, except he's still a 7/5 and has this ability. So yeah. It's very good. So you could just put -1/-1 counters to either kill creatures or put it onto powerful creatures you want Volrath to copy. And Volrath could be big or smaller versions of powerful creatures, like Seedborn Muse, for example, could be a 7/5 instead of wait. Unless if it is from an opponent, who cares about copying Seedborn Muse? If it's your Seedborn Muse, why would you copy it? So you have to copy a Seedborn Muse from your opponent to make it work. And instead of being a 2/4, it's a 7/5. Great. And can still steal some more shapes. Let's get to a powerful reprint alongside another spoiler card as well. But you might consider it powerful. It's Itzidron. Itzidron is a reprint, which is 5 blue, X illusion with as Itzidron enters battlefield, flip the other non-token creatures face down. There are 2/2s. And Itzidron's power and toughness are each equal to number face down creatures on the battlefield. Hey, and by the way, this means you can't flip them face up unless if they have morph, megamorph, or they are manifests, or if they were flipped face down with illusionary mask, I think it was called, but I think illusionary mask is banned in Commander due to how complicated this card is. Like I don't even understand the card. Like seriously, X mana, you put a creature from hand face down, and basically you can pay any mana for X, and then like deals damage to it, and you have to flip it or deal damage to it, deals damage, gets tapped or gets targeted. Instead you flip it face up, and then this happens, and you have to pay the mana equal to the difference, and it's too complicated. So I think it's banned in Commander. Like I think it's in the reserve list because it was only printed in Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, and Master Edition 4. Which, by the way, Master Edition 4 was a terrible master set. Like Iconic Masters and 25 Masters. The problem was the pricing of the cards. Like you rarely manage to flip. Well, the thing is that Battlezone is once again selling Iconic Masters boosters because they still had some, and they finished off a box, and 2 packs there were flipped because they had foil rares alongside other rares, which were actually good. Like for example, Byron, you opened an Iconic Masters booster, and he got foil, and Graven Cairns and powerful rare. So yeah, the rare was good. And Arash opened his booster, and he got a foil, Oblivion Stone, and not so good. A foil Oblivion Stone and a Nimbus Maze in the same pack. And I have a Nimbus Maze in Japanese. Yeah, but also Byron, I don't remember what was his rare, the non-foil, but he opened another pack before that and failed the pack, which was because they had that demon, the 4 mana 6/6 that has flying trample, doesn't let you win and stops your opponent from losing. That one. Yeah, the problem there was the pricings in those sets. But with the Master Edition 1, 2, 3, 4, some cards were just way too good, and some cards were terrible. Like seriously, who thinks it's a good idea to put Sea Serpent, Aether Glider, and Wood Elementals and Wood Elemental in the same set? Master Edition 4, and some cards in the other Master Edition sets were bad still. Not terrible like those ones. Like, well, yeah, Aether Glider doesn't enter the top 20 worst cards, but seriously, Wood Elemental and Sea Serpent, they're just the worst cards in the game. Oh yeah, Aether Glider was originally printed in Alliances and somehow got reprinted in Dominaria. Who thought it was a good idea reprinting Aether Glider in Dominaria? A terrible card. Let's get back to spoilers there. Okay, yeah, Scroll of Fate, that's another spoiler. It's just 3 mana, tap, artifact with tap, manifest a card from your hand. It's very good. Like usually manifesting came from your own library. Yeah, all the manifest cards before came from your own library except for one, which was Ghastly something, which was like 7 mana sorcery to exile all creatures from an opponent's graveyards. Then you face down, then you shuffle them, and then you manifest them. So the reason why you have to shuffle is so that your opponents don't know which one is which. Unless if they have the Lens of Clarity, I think it was called, to see face down creatures, and the top card of your library, or using that golem, the 1 mana 1/2, to see face down creatures. But now Scroll of Fate, it's to tap to manifest from hand, and I think, yeah, and also there's another one that manifests from the opponent's libraries. We have to stay in the podcast to see that. It's okay. Okay, yeah. There are some more spoilers at number 11. Yeah, more spoilers next. We got Pendant of Prosperity and Gift of Doom. Let's start off with Pendant of Prosperity. It's basically Group Hug. A Group Hug artifact. Well, not really Group Hug. It's just it's just oh wait, what? Oh no, come on. Oh. Oof. That's okay, yeah. Okay. So okay, yeah. Pendant of Prosperity is a 3 mana artifact. So it's not really group hug. You just help one opponent. So yeah, and it enters battlefield under control of an opponent of your choice. So yeah, you choose an opponent, and then Pendant of Prosperity goes to the opponent. Then that player can just pay 2 mana, tap, draw a card, and put the land from their hand onto battlefield. Then you can draw a card and put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. So it's not really group hug. But there is now finally an aura with morph. Like, first there was Zoetic Cavern, which was a land with morph, the first ever land to have morph. Like, usually it was creatures that had morph, but then they made Zoetic Cavern, which was a land with morph. But yeah, now they made an artifact, aura, an enchantment aura with morph. So Gift of Doom is a 5 mana aura. Enchanted creature, death touch, and indestructible. Wow. And it has morph, sacrifice another creature. And as Gift of Doom is turned face up, you may attach it to a creature. So you could, instead of paying the 5 mana, you could pay 3 mana and sacrifice a creature. Or if Cadena out, you just get it out for free and then just sacrifice a creature. Boom! There you go. Gift of Doom, 0 mana. Yeah, let's get to then. Let's sit there. Wait. Hang on. Yeah. Oh wait. 11. Now it's 10, I think. Yeah. Now it's 10. Yeah. Some powerful reasons. There's so many powerful reprints in this set. We got Strionic Resonator and Vestuvian Shapeshifter. But yeah, Vestuvian Shapeshifter was reprinted in 25 Masters, and it's a terrible set. Worse than Iconic Masters, but yeah. Not just that, but it's really like, they're also out of stock at Battlezone. So yeah, it's also hard to pick one up now at Battle Zone. But now with Commander 2019, Vesuvian Shapeshifter is reappearing. Vesuvian Shapeshifter was originally printed in Time Spiral, making a reference to Vesuvian Doppelganger, which is a different creature. Which was second ever clone shapeshifter, because the first ever or second ever shapeshifter in general, because the first clone shapeshifter and the first shapeshifter as well was clone. But then they made Vesuvian Doppelganger and others in the end. Finally, they made lots. There's also Vesuvian Shapeshifter, which was making a reference to Vesuvian Doppelganger, because Vesuvian Doppelganger is just 5 mana. You're just paying 1 extra to as a clone, but every upkeep it can be swapping to another creature with the Vesuvian Doppelganger. But it's basically you pay 1 more for just to be able to swap for a creature onto another, and now and then they just made a Vesuvian Shapeshifter in Time Spiral, making a reference to Vesuvian Doppelganger. Yeah, and yeah. And also, by the way, it's very good, Vesuvian Shapeshifter. So yeah, Vesuvian Shapeshifter, it's practically like Vesuvian Doppelganger, but instead of saying, so yeah, it's when as he enters the battlefield, or it's turned face up. You can choose another creature onto the battlefield, and if you do until he gets face down, he becomes a copy of that creature, except it has, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may turn this creature face down. So, instead of swapping onto another creature, you just turn it face down. It has morph for 1 and a blue. So, you could also drop it for free. So, before, Vesuvian Doppelganger is probably better, but now Vesuvian Shapeshifter with Cadena, OP. Well, but also, as well, before Cadena, you could also just morph it for 3 mana and then just face it up for 2 mana. So yeah, but now with Cadena, you could just morph for 0 mana and then just face up for 2 mana. Then there's Strionic Resonator, which is like a Rings of Brighthearth but slightly worse. Because the thing is that with Rings of Brighthearth, when you trigger an ability, was it? Yeah. Or no, wait, when you activate an ability. So it's actually different to Rings of Brighthearth. When you activate an ability, you have to pay 2 mana, and if you do, you just copy that. Yeah, if it's not a mana ability, that's with Rings of Brighthearth. But Strionic Resonator, just 2 mana tap to copy a triggered ability you control. So yes, I was thinking of like what would happen with a Vesuvian Shapeshifter, but like wait, it's not a trigger. It's just a state-based effect, I think it was called. But like literally. So what if it was to copy 2 creatures like at once? Like you go like, wait, what? And hey, it has a new art. The Vesuvian Shapeshifter. Cool. Now let's get to some more spoilers. We got some 2 cards right there. And yeah, one of them is a group hug card. Grismold the Dread Sower. And it's 1 black green free troll legendary troll shaman with trample. At the beginning of your end step, each player creates a 1/1 plant. Hey, 1/1 plants are black or back. I nearly said black, but like it's green still. But they're back because they usually were 0/1s on in but in Battle for Zendikar they were 1/1s because there was this card that could create 1/1s. Whenever a creature token dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on Grismold the Dread Sower or the Dread Sower, yeah. And there's another card. It's a cool snake, by the way. Thieving Amalgam. It's a 7-mana 6/7 ape snake. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, but yeah. For Vesuvian Shapeshifter, there's no such thing as below average because you just clone something. But yeah, Grismold is on average, and Thieving Amalgam is slightly below average, but still OP, and it's cool. An ape snake? Wow. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you manifest the top card of that player's library. Wow. You get to manifest from other players' libraries? Cool. What's hard is being able to face them up. Whenever a creature you control but don't own dies, its owner loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So yeah, because with Thieving Amalgam, if you just manifest your opponent's creatures, they still own the card. So if it dies, you get to drain 2. That's cool. Yeah, or it's good even with the with that new thief in M20, the 7-mana 2/3 that when it enters you steal a permanent, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 permanents but don't own them, you draw 3 cards. Yeah, you know that one? Well, it makes the great combo Thieving Amalgam. An ape snake, cool. Powerful ability, even better. 6/7 for 7, you know, below average, it's still good. Awesome. Awesome, yeah. Now let's go to the Golden 8, which are some more spoilers, of course. Good. We have Den Protector as a powerful reprint and Bane of the Living as a board wipe reprint. Yep. Den Protector is getting reprinted once again. Yep. So Den Protector is a 2-mana 2/1 human warrior. Which is below average unless if you're megamorphing it, which is 1 and a green as well. Creatures with power less than Den Protector's power can't block it, so it's kind of like a reverse Skulk, but like literally, unless if you megamorph it, like, it's just 1 and 0. If you megamorph it, just 2, 1 and 0 still. You just have to try grow the Den Protector. And when it's turn face up, bring back a card from your graveyard to hand. So it's kind of like an Eternal Witness, but can sometimes be considered better than Eternal Witness. Now with Cadena as well, yeah, it's better now than Eternal Witness, because Eternal Witness is just 3 mana 2/1 when it enters. Return a card from your graveyard to hand. Yeah. And now there's also Bane of the Living, which is another reprint, which was also reprinted from Commander 2016 and also was in an original set. Yeah. Which was also from a different set. Very, very good. It's a board wipe on a morph. Like, Bane of the Living is a 4-mana, 4/3 insect with. I think it's the only morph creature with an Ets. With Ets as its morph cost because it's morph Ets black, and when he gets turned face up, all creatures get -X on turn of turn. Hey, by the way, if you're morphing for Ets equals 3, so at least 5 mana, yeah, at least Ets is at least 3, you kill Bane of the Living off, by the way. So remember that. If you really want Bane of the Living to survive, just morph for 4 mana or 3 mana, but 5 or higher, it's going to kill off Bane of the Living. But it's not really that important at that point. But you have to flip face up Bane of the Living. But yeah, no one expects it. Like, it's just a 2/2 face down creature, which is for 3 mana, or 0 of Cadena. Again, this is Cadena. Wait, what? No. Oh yeah, okay. Hopefully you didn't see the next cards, which were some powerful reprints. Yeah. More powerful reprints. 2 basic 7. Too powerful is Den Protector, but yeah. So first up, it's Trail of Mystery. Trail of Mystery is a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a face-down creature enters battlefield under your control, you ramp. No, it's not ramp. You search for a basic land, reveal it, put in your hand, and shuffle your library. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature, it gets +2/+2 on turn of turn. So bring Morphs in, or Manifest or something, or even Illusory Mask. If it's too complicated, you could just get lands, and then when it's turned face up, you could just block stronger, attack stronger because +2/+2 on turn of turn. Another reprint was Chrome Shell Crab, 5 mana, 3/3 crab beast with more for 5 mana still. Yeah, it's below average. Yeah, Bane of the Living is also below average. But yeah, still good cards. When Chrome Shell Crab is turned face up, you may exchange control of target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls. So even a Chrome Shell Crab would count, or you do it to something else. So yeah, it would. It's very good. Like, exchanges most thing for a giant thing, or just exchange a Wooburg morph. Wait, is there such thing as a Wooburg morph? I'm not sure. Yeah, but still, exchange a just impossible morph for big creature or something, or yeah, like, or exchange a manifest for a big creature, for example. Well, manifest if it's not a creature, which is there, because manifest can only be turned face up if it's a creature or a card with morph. That's the conditions for manifest. Manifest is like, because yeah. Now we've got a new dinosaur, which is coming up now. I present to you what I call the Chain Reaction Docus. Okay, it's called Apex Altosaur. So 9 mana, 10 dinosaur. Wait, that's above average. When he enters battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Enrage, when he's dealt damage, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Hey, Enrage is back. But look, it's a chain reaction Docus, because it fights something when he enters. Because if the other creature has power, it will deal damage to Apex Altosaur. You can fight something else. You kill that. It will have to fight. It will fight more, and you just stop when you just want to stop, or when he dies. Yeah. There is a card that might be similar to it, which is called Massacre Girl, which is a 5 mana 4/4 legendary human assassin with menace. When she enters battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And when a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So wow. Because Massacre Girl just kills creatures, and more creatures die, and more. Apex Altosaur, on the other hand, just fights a creature, then fights another one, then fights another one. Massacre Girl could just kill more. Yeah. It rarely kills the Haunt of Hightower though. It just kills it when it kills lots of your own creatures. That's the thing. Or tokens. If it kills tokens or creatures you control, that's when Haunt of Hightower might die. To Massacre Girl. Next up, we got some more powerful reprints. We first up have Vraska. Like, literally, you rarely see planeswalkers in a pre-con commander deck unless if the commanders are planeswalkers, which only happened twice, which was Commander 2014 and Commander 2018, and the only other time where a planeswalker appeared in a pre-con was Doretti somehow appeared in the Breya pre-con. But now Vraska's getting reprinted again. The same art from the dual decks, Jace versus Vraska. But I'm not sure if it was the original art as well. But yeah, Vraska is a 5 mana, 5 loyalty legendary planeswalker Vraska. That's on average +1 until your next turn. Whenever a creature would just deal combat damage to Vraska, destroy that creature. Wow. So +1 could potentially stop creatures from attacking Vraska. It will kill those creatures. -3, destroy target non-land permanent. Wow. Simply that. Destroy target non-land permanent. That's good. Yeah. Kills off anything except for lands. -7, create 3 1/1 assassins with player death touch. Player combat death touch. That's the thing. Because if it was to ping a player, nope. That does not count. So it's player combat death touch. Because there's another Vraska from WarSpark that could create tokens with death touch and planeswalker death touch. Also Stinkweed Imp had combat death touch. Yeah. And now there's Stratus Dancer as well, which is coming back. A 2 mana 2/1 Djinn Monk, which is below average unless you're megamorphing it, which is also 2 mana. Flying when you turn face up, counter instant or sorcery. Wow. Simply that. no one really expects it either. Same thing with the, no, not that one. That one, same thing with Vein of the Living. What? No, they just spoiled the next one. Oof. Oof. Well, so far there's no oofs in Commander 2019. Yeah. But still. And there's another one, which is Keru Spell Snatcher, which is a 4 mana free Naga wizard that's below average. Just regular morph for 6 mana. When he's turned face up, counter a spell, any spell, not just instants and sorceries, like Stratus Dancer can do, or for example, abilities that Cadenus Silencer could do. But still, Counter Spell Snatcher as well. Counters the spell and it zows it. And you can cast it for free as long as it's zowed. So you just steal a spell practically with Counter Spell Snatcher. And yeah, when you morph him, which is for 6 mana to morph him face up, because it's always 3 mana to put it face down, or 0 with Cadena. Yeah. Now let's get to more spoilers there. Sponge. We finally are getting another sponge because there's many creature types that were like unique, like because I thought it was going to be the first ever sponge, but no, there was the first ever sponge, and now it's going to be the second ever sponge, because there are some creatures which are kind of like brushwags, because brushwag there's only one of, and there's also there's a moment that M12 introduced the first siren, and then Pharos made more sirens, and then more sets had sirens and stuff. And then, like, for example, there's a sponge there that's the first ever sponge until Fort Sponge is coming out in Commander 2019. Also, there was a starfish from Alliances. It was the first ever starfish. The only starfish until Pharos came out, and that introduced the second ever starfish. Yeah, it's special. There's unique creature types. Yeah. But now Sponge will no longer be a unique creature type. Pest was also a unique creature type on Signal's Pest. To Fort Sponge, yeah, Spawn was also a unique creature type. Because there's Elder Spawn, which was a spawn from Legends. And yeah, well, basically, literally, the elder creature type is only onto legendary creatures, because like there's elder dragons, elder dinosaurs, there was an elder demon as well. Yeah. But now, like, for example, elder spawn is not an elder, it's just a spawn. And there's also Elderland Worm, but Elderland, yeah, I think it was Elderland Worm, yeah, which was just a dragon worm, but nothing else. Okay, let's get to this. Let's get to the sponge. Forge Sponge is a 4 mana 1/1 sponge with flash. Enters battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the greatest number of cards an opponent has drawn this turn. This is a counter for Locust God. Really. It has to be a counter to Locust God. A perfect card for Scarab God, actually, because of course it will count. It will just stop a Locust God deck because you just get a big sponge on your opponent's turn, and then when he dies, you draw the cards as well. More cards for Scarab God or for Locust God Mirror. That's good. Or oh yeah, if you're playing Locust God and someone else is playing Locust God, that's what I mean by mirror. Too bad Momer Vig doesn't draw, so you won't be able to potentially stop Byron's combo, which is a Momer Vig, but he temporarily dismantled it, so don't worry. He's not going to play Momir before for a long time. Yeah, it's similar to Toothy somehow, but different. Now there's also another an unexpected enchantment / artifact removal, which literally is 4 mana 3/2 insect druid mutant with morph for 2 mana, which is the same cost as naturalized. And yeah, and when he is turned face up, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So yeah, you could just unexpectedly destroy an artifact or enchantment just for 2 mana, because you're rarely going to pay 3 mana to morph it when you have Cadena as your commander. But still, it's a good card as well. Too bad it doesn't have Vigilance, because it's a Vigilante. And now, we're going on to the final cards for the Commander spoilers. But if you're still watching this, congratulations, you're getting to the bonus section. And those final cards of Commander 2019 are powerful reprints. Let's go for it. We have slow lands. Yep, slow lands are getting reprinted. Well, at least 3 of them are getting reprinted. And yes, that's a cool return. Because Sunken Hollow is a good one, which is a island swamp. Yeah, with it enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. It's called It's called the basic slow lands because it's the opposite of a fast land, but it has to be for basics as well. So it's basic slow lands. So yeah. Anyway, that's basically one of the 4 cycles in which there are dual type dual type lands, like because the thing is that there's the alpha lands which dual type, no, I mean, like, yeah, dual basic land type. Like, there's the alpha lands which there's 10 of those. There's like 1 for each land type pair. Yeah, basic land type pair. And then there's also the first ever Ravnica block, which is Ravnica block or Ravnica City of Guilds block. Yeah, in which they introduced the shock clans. And then in Battle for Zendikar, they made ally color basic slow lands, which are those you're seeing with your own eyes. Yeah. And finally, in Amonkhet, they introduced ally color cycle lands, which enter tapped where you could cycle for 2 mana. So yeah, Sunken Hollow, Prairie Stream, you know, and Cinder Glade, you just see them there, you know what they do. But Sungrass Prairie is one of the original filter lands. Because it's a land with 1 mana tap, add green white. So it's a filter land because for 1 mana you could get 2 mana of each different color. This is Celestia one. I'm not sure if it only exists in ally colors or does the full cycle exist. I wish they, in some point, they're going to bring back basic slow lands, which are big, at least enemy colors. Well, like they make enemy color basic slow lands and enemy color cycle lands. So yeah. So at least if cycle lands would be a good addition to Modern Burn, for example. That's unless if it's going to get printed in a commander set, for example. Yeah. And that's the end of the commander spoilers. But wait, there's more. You're getting to the bonus section. First, we're going to spoil 2 judge promos, and then finally spoil the 2 brawl challenger deck cards. And I was thinking of spoiling the SDCC card, but it doesn't really matter because I don't live in San Diego or even I don't even live in the States. But like some of you viewers might be living in San Diego or somewhere in the States, and you could just go to the San Diego Comic Con or SDCC, and there's the promos there because there are 5 mythic War of the Spark promos and 1 rare M20 promo, but I'm not spoiling them because not all of you will have the chance to get them, unfortunately. But they're cool, those spoilers. Like, yeah. We're just going to spoil judge promos, which are much easier to get because some of you viewers out there might be judges. Well, with a judge update, there might be less judges than ever, unfortunately, because you know what? You know the judge update for MTG? You have to pay to be a judge now. Like $100 a year. That's worth a bots. But the thing is that, yeah, there's some the judge promos used to all be good, but now there's 2 spoilers. There's 1 really good, and now with Modern Horizons, and 1 which is not really that good. Let's get to card 2. We have Sliver Legion and the Isolated Watchtower. So, Sliver Legion is just Wooburg. Yes, there we go. That's ordered correctly. Wooburg, 7/7, Legendary Sliver. Coat of Arms on slivers. Yeah. You know what I mean, because Coat of Arms has all creatures get +1/+1 for each other creature that shares a type with it on the battlefield. So Sliver Legion is that, but for slivers only. Isolated Watchtower is not really that good. Like sometimes judge promos are being rare or otherwise mythic, but Isolated Watchtower really mythic? Is it really worth the mythic for not really good card? Like It was the last print of that card was in Commander 2018, and I'm not sure if it was printed before that, but yeah. So land with tap, add colorless, and 2 mana, taps scry 1, then you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a basic land, what you reveal, you put onto battlefield tapped, but only activated if opponent controls at least 2 more lands than you. Like, seriously, it's hard to be able to match to get the land. Like, come on, seriously, it has to be an opponent has to have 2 more lands than you. So yeah, and it has to be a basic land. Seriously, it's not really that good, and you have to pay 2 mana to activate, and you're not always going to get the basic. Yes, you still get to scry 1. If it's not basic, you could put it to bottom, but next one, you'd be able to. If you want to, you could just. But if you like the card, you could keep it on top. But if you don't like it and you want the basic, you could send it to the bottom. If you like it or it's the basic, you could leave it on top. And if it's not basic, you just stay as it is. It's a basic, reveal it, and put it onto battlefield. But then, if it's not something you like, send it to the bottom. Then try out your luck, reveal the top, and see if it's a basic. It's not a basic, I'd say. Majority of times it's not basic. But still. Finally, we're going to have the 2 Brawl Challenger deck spoilers.
Render forest.
They were never printed in a regular standard set before, but now they got brought to standard due to the Brawl Challenger decks. Because there's Chulan, Teller of Tales, which is 2 and green, white, blue, which is a Bant 2/4, legendary human druid with vigilance. When you cast a creature, draw a card, then you may drop a land from your hand onto the battlefield. And it has 3 mana tap, bounce a creature you control. So you might see it somehow similar to Pendant of Prosperity. Yeah. It's good. It's good, Chulan. And there's also Arcane Signet, which, hey, 11 Feather Signet. It doesn't have the same mechanic as the normal Signets. And yeah, it's 2 mana artifact. Tap, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. So, yeah. So, before it was the commander in Brawl was called the Brawler, but now with Brawl Challenger decks, they decided to errata that and turn the Brawlers into commanders. So, Arcane Signet would work for Brawl and for Commander as well. So, you. Not Oathbreaker though, because the Planeswalker is called Oathbreaker, not Commander. Why don't they make pre-con Oathbreaker decks? 2 reasons. 1, the format is 2 years old. Second, it's an unofficial format and it's not officially by Wizards. Brawl, on the other hand, is just a format made by Wizards, 2018, and in Dominaria, and then they removed it in 2018 rotations, and they're bringing it back at least in, and also in MTG Arena, which will have 1v1 Brawl. When I saw Arcane Signet was going to get printed, or well, before I saw the actual card, I thought it was going to be worse than the Commander Sphere, because I thought Arcane Signet was going to be 3 mana. Nope, it's 2 mana. Even better. Boom. That's a must-have for a Commander deck, the Arcane Signet. So, but it's not going to be added in Brawl. No, in Commander deck, in Commander Precons. It's just going to be in Brawl Challenger deck. So just buy yourself a Brawl Challenger deck, and you could also use Arcane Signet in a Commander deck, I guess. You could do that. But hey, congratulations, you reached to the end of the podcast. So yeah, type in the live chat, stream chat, top chat, comments. Which of these cards did you like the most, and which one recommend me to use in the deck? And what's your favorite commander out of those? In case if you don't know, it's those ones: Cadena, Gired, Anjay, and Savine. I'd go for the Cadena because it's a Naga and it's a Morph, and Sultai, which is cool because I like Sultai, I like Morphs, I like Nagas and snakes and stuff. Yeah, mainly snakes, but yeah, you know what I mean, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, follow, share for friends, and stay tuned to the next video, streams, and podcasts. And the podcast will be live every Tuesday, so stay tuned to them and watch our videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.
Beautiful.